You could buy your sweetheart a dozen red roses, or you could do something different this year, but just as special. Floral designer Nicole Campbell from Petal has taken the latest trends and some popular pins on Pinterest and created these lovely arrangements. Hi, Nicole.
Good morning.
Do you love Pinterest?
I do.
You're not as addicted as some of us, though.
I am not.
I appreciate that.
I pin with a mission. I'm usually after something that I need some inspiration for, and Pinterest is a great source of inspiration.
Yeah, and Valentine's Day, there's a lot on there, and this is what you've come up with?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to be found on there. What I fell in love with was this. A lot of people were posting pins about this concept of love potion. So we wanted to kind of interpret that in a floral arrangement. So that's this one that I've got right in front here.
It's like a big martini glass.
Oversized martini glass. And then we've got, this was a template that I found on Pinterest that we were just able to print and cut, and then we used some cardstock to back it. So it is a dozen red roses presented in here, but it's done in a very unusual way, and it's a really cool container to have afterwards.
And I like how you used the wire to kind of go throughout the whole thing.
The wire comes up, and then the little glass kind of bubbles in there to give it that effect. I just think it's a fun presentation of a dozen roses.
You want to move on to that one next?
Yep, this is also
everybody in the studio likes this next one best.
This is a dozen red roses, and of course there's lots of sparkle to be found on Pinterest. So this one we've done the rhinestone centering in there, the silver bullion wire over the top, and then if you can see these leaves, we've actually done a little bit of a silver leaf to them, just to give a little bit of an effect, and it's just done with a spray paint. Lemon leaves you can actually just hit with a little bit of spray paint, and it gives just a nice little added bit of shimmer. And then the vase also has this beautiful rhinestone banding on the bottom as well.
That's very glamorous.
It is very glamorous.
This one is a little more my style. I really like this one.
Yeah, this one would be kind of the opposite of that, something a little bit more rustic. We've done the burlap wrap on the vase, which burlap is just such a popular material on Pinterest right now. And then this is just one of those paper heart doilies you can pick up at the craft store that we've added the silver bullion to hold it on over the burlap.
Great. I'm going to turn it around so they can see that. What is this flower? This right here.
Oh, that is a pink mink protea.
Ooh, well, I knew it was fancy sounding.
Native to Australia.
And then before we run out of time, these guys
here. These I just wanted to show off a couple of the more unusual blossoms that we have at this time of year.
Okay.
These in this top arrangement right here are fringed tulips. You can see that serrated edge. Really unique and unusual, ranunculus, Rachel's favorite. I knew I couldn't come on without those this morning. And then in the arrangement that we've got next door there, that fluffy yellow flower is actually called acacia. It smells kind of like honey. It's just wonderful. And it's a limited early spring flower, so to get it at Valentine's Day is absolutely the best time to get it.
Not everybody loves red roses.
No, it's nice to have a little change.
And chocolates too, you can pick up at Petal Pusher. You can find out more great ideas by going to her Pinterest pages, and I put a link on our website, fox11online.com. Click on Good Day Wisconsin. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.
She'll be back in 30 minutes with more great ideas. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.